Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the last. I am Stylosa, and I may actually be losing my voice because I'm doing too much talking, ladies and gentlemen. Good God. Anyway, the PTR is going to update pretty much this week, I think, at the end of the week. So we're probably going to be looking at it today or maybe on Friday. Now, the question is, what is this PTR going to, well, include? There are a ton of things. So what we're going to do in this video is round it all up and take a look. So I guess the first place to start is the Roadhog buff. Now, we know Roadhog is basically dead right now in the game. Like, nobody plays him. He's got the, well, he hasn't got the worst pick rate, but he's pretty much useless, right? Doesn't really have any kind of, well, there's no point to him, right? Why take a Roadhog? Anyway, what we know is going to happen is this. So Jeff Goodman actually posted on the forum a while ago, and this is what he said. We're actually testing this exact thing right now internally. Currently, we have been playtesting Roadhog with minus 50% damage taken while using Take a Breather, and also allowing him to move at full speed while inhaling. These two changes combined certainly make him significantly more difficult to kill, while also allowing Roadhog players to be much more aggressive when they try to find a hook target, knowing they can survive a lot more easily. We plan on throwing this upon the PTR ASAP. Now, this was kind of funny because this is like, I think this post is like 2 weeks old at this point. Also, with some other hero changes. So you guys can play it with it as well. It's possible it's actually too strong right now, but we'll have to see, well, basically let's see what's going to happen, right? So the thing with the Roadhog buff is you can see what they're trying to do, right? I mean, I've kind of covered this, so I don't want to spend too much time on it, but what they're going to do is make him more tanky, so he can sort of exist longer within the team, and by giving him minus 50% damage taken when using Take a Breather, and he can also move, what that does is it means that he's not as much of an ultimate farm or an ultimate battery that like he is right now. So if you play Tracer, what you would do is every time you see a Roadhog, you'd be like, oh, this is great. I mean, you wouldn't see a Roadhog anyway because nobody plays him, but if you did, you would just shoot him and it would be so easy just to charge your ultimate. Same goes for like literally any DPS really. He's such a massive target. So giving him the minus 50% damage actually kind of counters that, right? So even if you are firing at him, you're only getting 50% as much ultimate charge as you would have done before, which actually is kind of huge. But however this Roadhog works, I don't know. We're going to have to test him on PTR, but you know this, the age-old story with the PTR, guys. It's not really the place to test the balance. It's just the place to test if these things work. Once we can get this onto live, that's where we test the balance. So Roadhog changes are coming. Will they fix him? Will it be the return of Roadhog? It might be, but it's never going to be the same Roadhog that we had before. So if you... Well, and I was about to say, so if you are the flanking Roadhog who looks for the hooks, which was literally every single Roadhog, now there will be a fundamental play style change with Roadhog, and I think that is the issue why we're not seeing a lot of Roadhog play right now, because you can't use him as a flanker, and even after these changes, I doubt you're going to be able to use him as a flanker, so it's a bit sad. Anyway, we've got Junkrat buffs as well. Now, the Junkrat buffs, well, I'll just quickly go over the quote. So, this is what we're going to be looking at. This is pretty close to what we're trying with him, and what will likely be on the PTR when it comes back up. Currently, on our internal build, Junkrat has 2 charges of his concussion mine. This allows you to do all kinds of cool stuff, like launch yourself into a fight, and still have a charge left to escape. Or launch yourself up into a Farah, and still have a charge to try and kill her with. Previously, this was possible, but before you had to plant one on the ground, and then wait for the cooldown to come back. Before doing this, that is still possible, which allows for the triple jump now if you need it. So basically you can put a concussion mine down on the ground, wait for the double charges to come back up, explode that concussion mine, throw another one, explode that one, and throw another one, explode that one, which will be absolutely ridiculous. So he's a lot of fun to play. They're also going to look at making his ultimate better, but they're not sure what they're going to do with this, so we're experimenting with a movement speed increase or a health increase on a tire. We wouldn't do both things, but in either case it should be more reliable to use in more situations, so we're going to get either or. Junkrat buffs are... Yeah, like Junkrat is one of the characters. Like you could probably say Junkrat is the worst competitive character, or even just the worst character in the game in terms of what he does, because he's very map specific. So by giving him more movement, what that means is you could get Junkrat around the map quicker. So it actually will make him a bit more viable than he is, and it will make him more fun, because it is fun to jump around with the concussion mines. Any buffs for Junkrat are great in my eyes because I love Junkrat, but like I literally only ever play Junkrat on Nepal's Sanctum, and I play him sometimes on Temple of Anubis, the second point on B, on defense. You can be fairly okay there, but that's only because a lot of people seem to use Reaper these days on 2CP, and you can just spam, well, bombs and kill them more. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So yeah, Junkrat buffs, they're awesome. They're exactly what we want to see, and we'll have to see what this does. I mean, in terms of the Rip Tire, the problem with Rip Tire is it gets killed too easy, and the reason why it gets killed too easy is because it's got not enough health and it moves too slow. So I think probably just making it move faster is a better option than just giving it more health, because you still want people to be able to counter the Rip Tire, I guess, but you don't want to make it too fast. Like, I don't know, Riptide is an interesting thing, but I would definitely be down for a speed increase rather than the health increase. So we've actually got some other stuff as well. So there was the Orisa comment that Jeff made, and then I made a video, which I would admit, I tried to put sarcasm in the title and I don't think it worked, so yeah, I learned my lesson in that one. But somebody was asking for Orisa buffs, and they were saying, well, Orisa needs a mega buff. And Jeff said this, we don't think she needs a mega buff. We're experimenting with some minor improvements, so apologies for no details. We're trying a few things right now, but not all of them are going to stick. Overall, we feel like she's not far off, but not quite in an ideal spot yet. Now, I think what they'll do with her is make her move faster, like slightly increase her movement speed. I can't really see any other change that she really needs, because I think Orisa's problem is she's just too slow. One thing they could maybe do is slightly increase the projectile speed of a weapon, which I think they actually reduced a while ago, or I may be getting confused. I know they did something to a weapon. I know they changed the clip size. Maybe they changed the damage output, I think, not the speed of the projectile. So I'll have to see. Maybe they even upped the damage of a weapon slightly. I'm not sure. But one of the problems with Orisa, well, one of the things you've got to be really careful with when it comes to Orisa is you don't want to do too much damage, because the thing with Orisa is she can block a lot of damage, but she could also do a ton of damage, and then they nerfed her, so her weapon wasn't as effective. And then when she came out on live, obviously she was in the state that she's in right now. I don't think she's had any changes to her. Oh no, she had a barrier change, didn't she? Did they increase the barrier from... Did they increase the barrier to 900? Anyway, I think honestly what they're going to do is make her move faster. You guys let me know what you think they're going to do to Orisa in the comments below. There are also a couple of other changes as well. So we've got this comment, which is about the outline opacity option on the crosshair. Now, probably a lot of you guys are like, what the hell is that? You know, why do I even care about this? Well, what this is if any of you guys have ever used Photoshop, there's a thing called stroke, yeah, which puts an outline around an item. This is kind of what we had on the old crosshairs, right? They all had an outline. It made them sort of stand out a little bit more. Well, when they updated the crosshair system, they just got rid of the opacity. Now, a lot of the pros were kind of a bit miffed about this. They're like, hang on, the crosshairs look different. And that's why, because there wasn't an outline option. So they're going to add this in, which, well, I don't want to say it's a quality of life change, because I think it was needed. It was kind of strange that they took it out, because you got to think, like, people have been playing Overwatch for over a year with a certain crosshair, and then suddenly they updated the crosshair system and none of the standard crosshairs were there. I thought that was really strange. I don't know why they decided to do that. They should have kept the standard crosshairs in, so if you were using like just the short crosshair like I was using, then you could maybe just keep using that. You guys have probably noticed, like, in the video footage in the background, that I've changed my crosshair. Like, I've got it's sort of like a small short crosshair, but with a little bigger gap in the center, but it needs outline, so this is a good change, and I'll be putting outline in it when that's available. The other thing as well that we might possibly see on the PTR is an upgrade to the spectator system. Now, the spectator system for Overwatch is not great. It's kind of okay for us, I think, as people who are heavily into Overwatch, because we're so used to seeing, like, we know what's going on most of the time, right? But you got to think about Overwatch League and all of the Overwatch esports stuff. It's very hard to attract new people into this when it's very hard for them to follow what's going on. So what Jeff said on this is, we're working on a better team coloring system right now. We've put significant efforts against this issue. We agree it's a top issue and there are a lot of areas for improvement. Our results and progress has been really good, and I have faith the team will deliver something that raises the quality of the experience significantly. So this, I mean, what could this be? This could be maybe looking at, I don't know, more defined skins. So maybe you do literally have a blue team and a red team. Right now we have the outlines around the players. Also, it can be quite confusing sometimes watching Overwatch. Like, you know, Overwatch esports, because it swaps the team colors around sometimes as well, and it's like, oh, I was following the red team, but now it's the blue team, and, you know, who's on attack, who's on defense, blah 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 blah. So this is probably the first step in the direction of making the spectator tool much better, most definitely for Overwatch League, which will be happening towards the end of this year. And probably we will probably see a lot of the kind of spectator updates maybe at BlizzCon for the World Cup as well. So that should be interesting. Anyway, guys, I'm in Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video and all of that jazz. And yeah, I mean, I guess, like, I kind of want to talk a lot about where I am in LA and what I'm doing with the World Cup stuff, but it's literally 3 AM in the morning. I'm recording this video. It's so insane. I've recorded a lot of stuff, so my plans are I'm going to make some vlog content. I've got a team introduction video for Team UK, which I really want to put on the channel. I'll probably do that on Friday. I actually had that made by a video editor, and it's so good. I mean, just to give you guys a little bit of a teaser, I won't show you on the screen, although I'm very tempted to. It's got a a complete custom render of the Big Ben from King's Row, and it looks absolutely insane. Like, I can't believe what has been made. It is totally insane. But yeah, like, I'm out in LA. That's why some of the videos have been well, the last video at least has been, it sounded a little bit different, and the quality may have been a bit different because I am literally recording these videos in a hotel room at any chance that I get. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the World Cup. Team UK, I think we're going to do quite well. I can't wait to see how the other teams play, because I think we actually play at like 2 p.m. LA time, and most of the, I think actually we're the last one, or maybe we're the second to last game each day, so it should be really interesting. I think we've got to play Belgium first, and then we've got Israel, and then we've got Germany, and then it would be into the playoffs, hopefully. So we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, guys, I don't want to sit here and talk about the World Cup. I can make some content on that anyway. Yeah, let me know what you think about all these changes, though. So we've got Roadhog, who's going to be coming back. We've got, well, we think coming back. We've got Junkrat buffs coming in. We've got possible Orisa buffs coming in, although they're only going to be minor. We've got the crosshair system being upgraded. We've got the spectator tool looking at, and I don't think I can really find anything else that they could possibly add. I mean, they could add other stuff, but it would just sort of be out of the blue. So expect this update to hit either tonight or tomorrow morning, or, well, it sounds really strange for me to say that, because tonight will be tomorrow morning, right? Where in the UK, I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa. This is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and you can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming, and I will catch you on the next one, guys. Toodaloo.